It takes away all the wind.
Yeah, I promise you, closing the door does not take away all the wind in that room. You are full of hot air. And now ice cream, apparently. Thanks for sharing, by the way.
What? You don't want to have my? It's like a vanilla ice cream with like mango sauce and white chocolate.
That sounds incredibly Swedish, so no thank you. Do you not have chocolate there? I mean, you're like right next to Switzerland.
We have chocolate. I do like chocolate sauce on ice cream, yeah, but I'm not that big a fan of just chocolate ice cream.
It doesn't have to be just chocolate ice cream.
I mean, the best ice cream flavor is mint chocolate chip.
That is pretty good.
I don't know if I would say the best, but I understand why people would like it. I like it. I've long since gotten over the idea that I'm eating toothpaste.
Mint and cream goes really well, and both of those things go well with chocolate, and so it just feels like a good trifecta of flavors.
My favorite growing up was always Moose Tracks, which is just vanilla ice cream with chocolate, fudge, and those little mini Reese's cups.
Yeah, I did love that as a kid.
Especially when it gets blended up into milkshake form. It's delightful.
We can't get it here anymore, but to parallel some stuff you probably know, so like Ben and Jerry's is. I really like the baked Alaska one.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of my favorite Ben and Jerry's. And then cookie dough.
I never ate a ton of Ben and Jerry's, but I always enjoyed fish food.
No, I like that one.
Yeah. No,
the brownie one's like way too heavy on chocolate. I can't.
Chunky Monkey's okay, but I have to be in the mood for banana ice cream.
Oh, I do like Chunky Monkey. That is a good one. We still have that one.
Like one, if I ever actually got Cold Stone yesterday for the first time, and I don't know how long.
Someone in the chat. Oh, we're live. Hello.
I didn't think we're just randomly talking about ice cream for no reason?
Yeah, I thought we were just talking. I didn't notice it was on you. I was focused on my ice cream.
How many years have we been doing this?
6, 7,
10.
9, 10.
10? Close to 10.
No way.
Okay, I guess
not that all.
I guess I did start before you two joined in officially, so 10 years, nearly 10 years for me in January.
I joined the same year, I'm pretty sure.
You did a guest thing a couple of times, but you joined permanently a couple years later.
Yeah, she had to suss you out. Unfortunately, she decided you were worth keeping around, but
I'm a Jim.
You're something.
She won't say it, but I see it in her eyes. That was a headhunt I'm proud of.
Yeah, but you can't see in Hubert's eyes what she's really thinking.
Hubert's just hanging around.
Go for the easy one. Nice. Okay, so since Andreas is not going to do it, welcome to the Not Dresden Files podcast.
Right,
it's ice cream like a jackass instead of.
Dude, it's hot. I am not on my A game. Okay. I apologize.
You make it sound like this is a rare occurrence where you're not on your A game.
Hey.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway, we're not talking about anything today because Justin's not here, and he is our resident topic come-upper with her. At least that's what he's now being gifted as his title since he's not here, and he can't stop it.
Yeah, he's not here to defend himself, so he's going to get whatever titles we give him.
Just like Andreas.
I'm here.
Yeah, this time. Last time I seem to recall some very unflattering things coming your way.
Damn. Rude.
Show up or don't. This is the chance you take. No. So I guess today is our ice cream social episode.
Yeah. I have no ice cream.
I do. What? I have some in the freezer. I could go get some. Actually, I have mint chip.
Hey.
That's awesome.
I mean, you can send your husband down for some real quick. And we could all be enjoying it.
As much as I might enjoy ice cream, I also just feel like that's a hassle right now. I don't know.
His hassle.
What I want to do. is actually just have my kitchen set up enough that I can make my own ice cream and make my own chocolate chip ice cream, mint chocolate
That's
chip.
not a
ice cream.
hassle, making your own ice cream.
But it's fun. Like I could buy pizza from wherever or Costco, or I can make my own, and it's a different kind of enjoyment.
Do you have like a pizza oven or just a regular oven and a pizza stone? Or none
No,
of the
it's
above?
I don't even have a pizza stone. I just have like a regular oven, and I was using rather large cookie sheets. That I don't know, it worked. It was great. It was fun. It was tasty.
Do you
and I
get a
haven't done it in
proper
months.
like pizza, like a bottom on it? Can it get hot enough to oven?
Yeah, so I had 2 large cookie sheets, and so one of them I put in the oven at 500 degrees for like an hour, and the other one I would actually like put the pizza together on, and then transfer it over into the hot oven very carefully. I never dropped it, and it worked. And then because it was landing on something hot like that, and it would get a nice crispy bottom.
I had my first kitchen fire ever, and hopefully last. Last week, I was letting a pot come up in heat before I put in oil, and so I could saute something. And our stovetop, one of them has been a bit uneven, and they got a new temperature regulator. The electrician supposedly fixed it, so it was on level. I think it was 6 out of 10. Which is usually where I like saute things. And I put in oil, and a big flame just came up and lit started cooking our exhaust. So I had to get a lid on there, and the pot is kind of ruined. Like you couldn't really get rid of the soot in it. Well, that's great. Don't want to do that again.
Shouldn't have done it the first time.
No, it was just a little bit of oil, and then like poof. That was the first. Supposedly happens when it's really hot. You put in the oil, and then it like I read this, and I'm just paraphrasing from memory, but it's so hot the oil like instantly kind of like evaporates, and then it turns into flame, and then it just keeps going.
It sounds like your stove might be unsafe.
They said it was fine, but yeah, maybe it's been fine since. I don't fucking know how it got that hot. That's never had. I've had it on 9 when I had to like do something like wok, like where it has to be really, really hot.
Was that before it was adjusted?
Yeah.
You might want a thermometer for your safety.
I guess on those point ones,
or a professional chef. Doesn't the government supply you with one of those?
I guess not. You're taking away all your ice cream flavors, and yet you can't get a thermometer for your safety. They just really want you to suffer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the kind of ice cream he gets, he deserves to suffer.
This is good. I chose this in the supermarket.
I know. You make bad life choices every day of your life, as far as I'm concerned.
I think you have this ice cream in the U.S. because they're sold by the. You know what Magnum ice creams are? It's like a chocolate covered.
Yes, they're bars on sticks.
Well, not bars. They're like oval.
They're called
a bar of soap,
ice
not
cream
a bar
bar.
because it's an oval.
Okay, sure. I guess yeah. We call them. We don't call them that, but I guess you're right. They have another brand called Solero. Do you know that?
Don't think so.
Okay, well, that's what this tastes like. If you had known that.
Oh, okay, great. That's an excellent frame of reference.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like I said, or like I was saying, I got Cold Stone for the first time in a while yesterday. And I'm very simple with my Cold Stone because I don't want to pay any extra for what's already $7 ice cream. So I just get half coffee, half cheesecake with a brownie and make it like a cappuccino cheesecake, cappuccino brownie cheesecake in my own mind.
So is this like an ice cream shop, like where you get what are they called, a Blizzard, where you turn it upside down?
No, that's Sonic.
I thought it was Dairy Queen.
Well, both do that kind of
Sonic
thing.
does the upside
Friendly,
down.
I think they do. They hold it upside down. Friendlies years ago used to do that first, I think, even where Essentially, this is the place where they throw the ice cream down on the counter in front of you, and they put in whatever mix-ins you
yeah,
want, and they, do
I've
that.
seen shorts
No.
of that.
You can force them to sing if you give them a tip or something. Sounds exploitative.
Yeah, you have never seen me not give a tip any quicker than telling me, "Oh, you're going to sing to me if I give you a tip." It's like, oh,
That's
well,
a
you just lost
punishment.
your chance out on that. Thanks.
I will tip you to not sing, potentially.
I just won't come to your establishment. Yeah, a couple, but like only very few of them seem to abide by that. I think the one down in Florida did it when I got it the last time before this time, which was many, many months ago. I think they started singing. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want people singing at me.
That seems so degrading. Like, here you are in the service industry serving, whatever, and it's like, here, sing for me. Here's $5. Sing. I don't know.
I mean, it's the same with when they sing "Happy Birthday" to you in a restaurant, and it's like, I don't want
For the
any part
all
of
of,
that.
like, I hate when they do it. I hate it when other people get it. I hate it when someone at my table get it, and I really hate it when it's my birthday and someone fucking told them.
Oh, I do it to people when it's not their birthday. that's my favorite thing. It's like, oh, it's his
So-
birthday today. It's like, no, it's his birthday in 7 months.
So going out to dinner with you is like a roulette chance of whether or not there's going to be majorly embarrassed.
Yeah, I've actually done it when it's my birthday and they've been contemplating doing it, and I go ahead and say, hey, it's the other person's birthday. So that even though if it's going to come, at least I'm not the center.
That's funny.
That I have done. That I enjoy. But yeah, no, I hate.
That's clever.
Last night when granted it's an Italian restaurant, so they're very enthusiastic about it. But we had like 6 different and they go hard. Like they put a sparkler in the thing and they have music come on that does like a techno happy birthday song, and it's like, and everybody in the restaurant's clapping. It's like, no.
Oh my god, I hate it so much. How can people enjoy that, being the center of attention like that? Ugh.
You say on a podcast.
I mean, yeah, really.
Nobody's watching me here, right? I can pretend that nobody actually sees me.
First of all, we've got at least 2 people watching us right now.
We have dedicated following.
You've got 2 people watching you in the form of us right now, even though you're cleverly hiding.
I am
off
extremely uncomfortable seeing our subscriber numbers, our view numbers, and knowing how many people like subscribe on an RSS feed on our podcast listening things.
So in order to torture you more, we need more audience, more listeners, more subscribers, just so that you can feel that people are paying attention to you and monitoring everything that you're doing.
Yes, definitely. That's my idea of a good time.
Oh, we have a new pitch to put in part of the ending.
Yeah, at the end. With the people who are already here and know this.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tweet that out instead.
I don't even know if I have the password to Twitter anymore. That thing might have died.
That's probably not a good thing.
Did any of you get a day off from work yesterday?
Why?
The fuck was yesterday?
The IT security firm updated their software and it brought down a lot of.
No. I didn't work at an airport.
No.
It was much more than just airports, but yeah.
Yeah, I got an email from IT that like, we're going to make sure that the updates aren't happening so that we're not affected. I didn't notice any effects whatsoever, but it was funny to watch.
Yeah. I was a guy, man, I'm glad I don't work in IT support where they are using that company. I saw Justin posted that he was off work or that they don't use it or something, because my first thought was, damn, sure hope Justin's company don't use that. But sadly, he's not even here.
I was gonna say, I didn't even know it was happening until like 10 hours after the fact. That's how non-impactful it was to me. But I work for a small law firm which doesn't engage in security. I am the security. I mean, what are they going to take from us anyway?
client information. I don't know.
If we had any worth taking, but we don't.
Do you have an area of expertise in the what do you specialize in? Don't lawyers usually do that? And your firm?
We are a no-fault insurance law firm. So what we do is when people such as yourself set their kitchens on fire and insurance doesn't want to pay for it, or rather insurance doesn't want to pay the doctors that you have gone to in the aftermath of your cooking mishap.
Yeah.
We then fight with the insurance company on the doctor's behalf. You, the patient who has done the fuck up, presumably has already been taken care of.
Okay. I thought that it would usually be the hospital/doctor wants money. The insurance says that's too expensive, so we'll cover X amount or no amount, and then the client, being the person injured, is stuck with the rest. Not that the doctor have to fight the insurance company.
It comes in all kinds. That exists too, I'm sure.
I don't know. We don't have that system here at all, so.
I know, because you get free everything. You get free mango and white chocolate ice cream.
I paid for this, but
with your government subsidy, so what does it matter?
And it's paid over taxes.
Right, taxes for ice cream.
The health, the doctors.
Well, yeah, if you spend the entire time eating ice cream, you're going to need the doctors. So
I wish I could just spend the entire time eating ice cream.
You can. No one's stopping you. You're an adult-like person.
Yeah, I'm
and it's not like you can use the kitchen at the moment, so what else are you going to do?
Sure I can. Works fine.
You burned it down.
No, I didn't burn. I put the lid on it. It was like...
I put the lid on. I saved the apartment complex in Copenhagen.
I don't live in Copenhagen, but that's the closest you've been to where I actually live. You got the country right.
No, Copenhagen's its own thing. The same way that New York City is its own thing, separate and distinct from the actual state of New York. It just happens to have the same name.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised when I was X years old and found out there was, New York State cities and places that was not New York City.
Sorry to ruin the magic.
Oh no,
it's just the way it goes.
Not now. You didn't ruin it. I learned that a long time ago. Don't you worry.
Never. Not if I can help it.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised. What do you worry about? What does get you?
The next 41 minutes and 45 seconds. Might have me a bit concerned.
Oh, but you have a very laissez-faire attitude towards things.
Laissez-faire. Timmy's in the well. Whatever.
You don't know the expression?
I know the expression, and I know what you just said are not the exact same thing.
Well,
the attitude we're discussing is laissez-faire. You said Lassie is in the border collie that likes to go save that idiot farm child.
Yeah, true. That's because when we say it in Denmark, we say it like that. But I should say it like they do in France.
Like the rest of the world?
Yeah. I am sorry that my second language, me trying to say something that's in a third language, that it was not correct.
I don't feel like you're that sorry.
No, I'm being facetious.
That one you got right.
Thank you.
God, if I had known this was going to turn into a friggin' English lesson, I wouldn't have come.
Could answer the question.
Did we?
No, you could.
Yeah, we could talk about what worries you instead of English.
Yeah. What does worry you other than bad media? That doesn't worry you, it doesn't annoy you.
It does just annoy me. I don't know. I guess the heat death of the universe, but probably not going to be around for it.
Yeah, so that's a weird thing to
I
worry
mean, you had
about.
some big events happen in the U.S. this week. I mean,
That's just the heat death of the East Coast.
little
That's
shooting would worry me.
Which one? The one that missed, or the other ones that always seem to hit?
The one that missed.
Mm.
Man, can you imagine that timeline where it hit and Biden got COVID right after and died? And then there was
Yes.
just no presidential candidates.
That's not the way it would go.
No, then there would be someone, but nobody's was like, everybody was already said on we have to pick between Trump and Biden, and there would be then it would be other people.
It would be Kamala and whoever the Republicans decided.
Probably the guy they picked for vice president, I guess.
Possibly.
But he wasn't announced at the time that happened, and so he wasn't set for it.
Just like Biden still hasn't picked the vice president, has he? Technically.
Kamala.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I thought I vaguely read something to that effect that technically he has not picked the vice president yet. When they were talking about how he got COVID, so that's why I asked.
No, because the pick would have to be if he was changing. Otherwise, it's just you stick with the person who is the vice president already. You don't have to re-pick her.
Yeah, so that happened.
Is this what you want to talk about, American politics?
Not necessarily. I was just trying to think. There was a big event that happened this week.
That was a big event that happened this week. And it still feels like it was a month ago already at this point.
Yeah, I was like, is it this week? I thought it was it maybe last week? I can't keep track of time anymore.
It was. I think it was right at like the day after the podcast, probably last week.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise, what's going on with you guys? Anything interesting to share?
Not really.
How was the move?
I was going to say you're the one.
Getting settled?
You're the one on the move. The rest of us are kind of sedentary at the moment.
Everything is in boxes, and I'm still trying to get things set up so that I don't have to be in boxes, and that's a very long process. So it's very boring.
Yeah. I'll see. But then the necessities are out of the boxes at least. You can cook.
Sometimes they go straight back into the boxes because we don't have the thing to put them in, and so everything's in boxes. My kitchen's not really usable because it still needs to be organized, but not in a good state.
A lot of Indian?
No, not much Indian, but there's a lot of takeout. But I have to I'm getting fed up with fried foods. Can't
There's
handle
takeout that's not fried.
Yeah, name one.
I don't know. Like, how do you define like deep fat fried or like fried? Like just like fried on a pan, or
those both count as fried. You may have noticed
Yeah.
pan fried versus deep fried still has the word fried in it.
Yeah, but most people when they say fried food,
Yes,
think
they mean like
fried.
French fries and crispy chicken but I would count fried dumplings as fried food.
Like a pizza's not fried.
No, it is greasy. And
It
there's
can be greasy. It can also not be greasy. You get more Italian style and simple, not a fat meat on it, like just a margarita or something.
I don't tend to enjoy pizza that doesn't have pepperoni on it.
That
Also
would
because
make
then they
that would make it
black
greasy.
pepperoni with more cheese, and I can't handle more cheese. Too much. Like I will stop eating if it's got too much cheese, or I'll just pull it off. But
I don't know. Chipotle is not that greasy, is it? We don't have it, but I get the impression that it's not that greasy, depending on what you choose to get, or similar places.
I'm just tired of takeout because once in a while we're getting like tacos or something as takeout, and they're okay because at least they have some amount of vegetables, but they're just like it still is so much junk food.
Mm.
I crave broccoli. I'm not really
You
capable.
crave broccoli.
Yeah.
Like, broccoli is something I begrudgingly accept and eat. I don't think I've ever craved it.
That just means you have to get Chinese food because they got broccoli in half their shit anyway.
Is it so? Actually, yesterday I tried some like teriyaki madness. It's a chain I haven't tried before, but it had rice and it had chicken teriyaki and it had broccoli, and it was the best meal I had in a while.
'Cause
It was less
broccoli.
fried.
Sushi would be good. It's no broccoli, which is ideal to me. But
That is true. We during the move we did go have sushi at one point. It was quite expensive.
I love sushi.
sushi is good, but yes, it can be expensive, especially if you find a place that skimps. Like I just noticed, there's a place by my work that occasionally I'll get sushi from, but they give 2 less pieces than the place by here at home, like of a tuna roll, just a simple roll. And so and for like 10 cents more. So I was like, well, no.
Yeah.
Never again.
Make some salads, some sandwiches at home.
Yeah, but then she runs the risk of pulling an Andres and burning the place down.
By making a sandwich? God damn.
You don't know what kind of sandwich she's making.
Yeah, some sandwiches required.
What if she makes a grilled cheese?
Okay, so cold, deli cold cuts only kind of sandwiches, nothing cooking.
What
Pastrami.
if she wants toast?
don't know.
I don't have a toaster
Yeah.
anymore. I'm quite sad.
Right. You're going to have to use the oven and or the stovetop. And then
That's how I toast my bread.
stop. Put it in a fucking toaster like a normal human.
No.
Yes.
I want to buy an expensive toaster.
You want to buy an expensive toaster?
Yes, because I want a really, really good toaster.
What, like a toaster oven? Those things are evil.
No, just a toaster.
Just
Like,
like
I don't
a
understand
a 4
Just use a pan.
whatever toaster.
No,
Just toast
because the
bread on a
pan wants
A pan
wants-
is so much effort to toast bread when you can throw it into 2 slats and stick it down for 3 minutes.
No, I just use a pan.
Yeah, if you're making something worth making, like a grilled cheese, sure, use a pan.
Like,
I mean,
If
that's
you're
French
just
toast.
making toast,
Yeah, no, I don't. We threw it out when it broke, and we never got a new one. When I toast stuff, I just use a pan. We have a
and you see
panini.
what happens, you try and kill everyone.
We have a panini, like a panini that the other guys uses to toast
See,
bread. But
That's what I was using as a toaster at the old place, but that just didn't make it with us, and so now I just want to buy a
What
nice
happened to
expensive toaster. Something between it just didn't make it over here, and also I wanted an actual toaster.
so like you're like, okay, we're moving. I'll throw it out, and then I can be like, yeah, we need a new one, and that's that. Smart.
But now I'm without toast.
Well, go buy go on Amazon right now. You live in the U.S. You can have it fucking delivered today.
The toaster I want isn't worth buying on Amazon.
This sounds like you problems that you need to solve. Then
I have my heart set on a quite expensive toaster,
how expensive
like $200
for a toaster?
Right? It's way too much money.
What is it, fucking imported from Japan, gold plated or something?
It's Italian,
So yes,
Mamma
She's getting
mia.
but it
She's
sounds
getting-
Swedish.
she's getting the Breville of toasters.
What's the name? What's the name of the toaster?
Smeg.
Ugh,
Meg. That does sound sweet.
that doesn't sound like a $200 toaster at all. That sounds like the kind of thing
Sounds like
that's
something you buy in the back alley from Greg.
I was gonna say it sounds like, hey, I got this off the back of a truck. Hey, who's selling it to you? Smeg. His name is Smeg.
It is it's very fancy looking, but it seems to be highly made and high quality. But I could have sworn it was Swedish until I looked into it more. And it's like it's Italian.
You put the toast in and it actually comes out as French
Yeah,
toast.
I've
That's
seen
something
some-
you get $200 for.
I
not
watched a
just
YouTube
toast.
channel called Sorted Food, and they've had some expensive toasters on there to try out. One was like a very special Japanese one, and that was even more expensive. I was like, how ridiculously expensive can you make toasters? Apparently, very.
What I want like an even cooking of my toast,
Yeah.
and cheap toasters are not that
Mhm.
because they are cheap components put together, and I want fancy toast.
You know what? You know what also cooks toast evenly? A pan.
Nah,
A pan also cooks toast evenly.
not really.
Yes, it. What? Sure, it does. Mine does.
Pans can be uneven. Stoves can be uneven.
It can be. I guess. Mine's not. It's just on fire sometimes instead. Well, that one time. Let's not say sometimes. It happened one time.
Which means it can happen again.
Will happen again.
If I don't show up and you don't hear from me, then that happened probably.
No, it just means you forgot and you took a nap.
You don't know.
I know.
I could have burned down and you would feel really bad for saying that.
I promise you I won't.
Cold-hearted.
Call me ice cream hearted.
But what's for dinner then, Alex?
I have no idea.
Not toast.
Not toast, yeah. That's true.
And
Not
not
Chipotle,
broccoli.
apparently.
Just go to the
Can you-
store, buy a head of broccoli. Just munch.
Just much on the head up broccoli.
Wait,
She's considering it.
Yeah, she's considering it. She's like, I mean, you know,
What?
fuck it. I'm going to be a bag of already cut broccoli.
Like those veggie plates.
Well, yeah, but I meant more like just a bag dedicated to broccoli that you would use to throw on salads or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just get a bunch of those, one of like carrots, one of radishes, and everything but lettuce, and just make yourself a salad of vegetables.
It does kind of feel like a salad requires lettuce.
Well, yeah.
It feels weird to call it without a salad without lettuce,
Well, that's also why I reject chicken salad and macaroni salad and any salad that requires mayo. Just stop.
Mm-mm.
If you want mayo that badly, go make yourself some tuna. I don't,
Yeah, it
all that
is
stuff
an
is
atrocity that
disgusting.
salad became inclusive of mayo.
It's because they didn't have another word for it.
It's the
It's like, what is this?
salad.
Macaroni and
Right?
mayo. Well, that's not good. Can't call it that.
It's a macaroni salad. It's good for you.
Spoiler alert. No, it's not. It's not even good, period.
At least potato salad actually has
Oh, stop.
some form of vegetable.
Potato, I'm pretty sure, does not count as a vegetable.
It does. And by default makes it the best vegetable.
I love potato. I'm from Denmark, but
So, you're not from Ireland.
nutrition. Sure. Is it nutritiously a vegetable? Who am I fucking asking? Americans? They say pizza sauce is a vegetable. Like,
Mhm.
never
Yes,
mind.
Yeah, as long as you're not frying it. Potatoes are very good for nutritional
They are the
value.
best. The standard side thing for filling up like rice, pasta, potato. At least that's the street standards here. Bread, I guess, as well, which is just dry
Yeah,
pasta.
if you want a solid carb that's not, a bad carb as much,
Mhm.
a baked potato is
We
plus
got
the
like
vitamins.
new potatoes right now, like this, like in season. They're like them. Nothing. It's boiled. Maybe a little bit of butter. Oh, baby.
Well, see, now you've ruined it.
What,
No.
butter?
Yeah, now it's unhealthy.
Depends how much butter. Like a little bit of butter.
You did not just put a little bit of butter. You
Yeah, I'm
throw that
thinking your
honkin'
amount
slab
of little
on there.
bit of butter is different than my amount of little bit of butter.
Okay. It's what was it? Okay, so for like. Okay, grams. You can't do grams.
I was
anyway,
going to say,
why
is
am I
he
gonna
about to give
say
us
it
some European measurement of butter instead of just saying you takes that fucking spoon and throws it in there?
Let's see. How much is this? To
Yep, I'm just
Conversion.
gonna do it.
pounds. So 0.8 pounds, 400 grams of potato. I just eat that, no meat. I just that's what I had for dinner. I had like around that amount of potatoes with. I guess I should do ounces since it's so little. 1.7 ounces of butter. And there are like measurements on the package of butter, so you can see how much you take.
How many tablespoons?
Okay, 2 tablespoons. Let's try that.
It's just like I cannot picture ounces of butter.
That's 50 grams is 3.3 tablespoons.
Just say you
According to
cut a
Google.
quarter of a stick of butter. And you
No.
throw it on
First of
top.
all, they don't come in sticks here, but there are these 50-gram increments on the packages.
What do they
So-
come in if not a stick?
A tub.
It's like a square, a block.
Is a square
Which, if you put
block
enough of
not
them
a
together, it
stick?
becomes a stick.
It's just a
They're
stick in a
pre-cut
different
sticks.
form.
It's not a stick. It's not up. It's not. If you cut it in half, I guess it could kind of be a stick. It's not a stick. This is my hill.
This, yeah.
This thing.
You've declared several hills, and none of them have been worth dying on.
Here, this copy link. Does this work? No.
Sardine ketchup sounds awful.
I have heard of like mushroom ketchup, which I've kind of wanted to try making. And it's sardine. Would that be like Worcestershire fish sauce? I don't know.
Mushroom ketchup would not be Worcestershire sauce.
No, but the sardine ketchup. Like, yeah, Andreas, that's a stick. It's just a fat stick.
I was going to
It's
say
not
that's
a
two.
stick.
That's like 3 sticks lined together.
It's a
That's
stick.
it's square. It's a square.
That is not a square.
That is.
Oh,
it's
you remember
an
earlier about how
oblong
we were
square.
saying what a bar is? That's a bar.
A square has
bar
4
of butter.
sides. How many sides? We got?
First
I
of all,
guess
that's a
stick is
rectangle.
probably-
It's a rectangle of butter. It's a bar.
Right. Why
of
am I
butter.
saying a square? That's 3 sides. Right? No.
No.
Square is
4 equal sides. A rectangle is too long, too short.
You were thinking of a triangle.
Holy shit.
okay. It's a rectangle then, but it's a very fat rectangle. It's
First
not a
we
stick.
did English, now we're doing geometry. We did history at some point, I think, with this ketchup sardine thing. I'm going to count that as history.
Sure.
We did grams,
can-
so we did science.
I can teach you guys how to say butter in Danish, and then we
You
did some
can't
language.
even teach yourself what a square is.
It's a square. It's just a rectangle, but it's a square. It's very close to being a square.
Sure.
You want to learn how to say butter in Danish?
I really don't.
Okay.
But since we got nothing else to talk about,
No, you don't want to learn. It's fine. It's fine. You think of something.
okay.
True. See?
What are you saying? See, like this was your point all along.
Yeah, no.
You thought it was a
Rectangle.
triangle.
It is a rectangle. It is not a square. And if it is a rectangle like that, it can also be called a bar. You can also basically call it a stick.
No. I refuse. That is not a stick.
I have started trying over the last couple of years with Kerrygold. It's pretty.
That's what I've been using lately. I do enjoy it.
Because it was either it used to be like Breakstone, which is whipped butter, so it was in a little tub, which is fine. But that was more like a spreadable thing.
I've
Now
actually
for
tried
cooking, I use,
Kerrygold.
like, the
Danish butter
Kerrygold.
is superior, and you should buy that instead if you ever come across it.
It's not
Apparently,
won't.
we export a lot of butter, so there's a chance.
There's no chance.
So you're saying
I'm not buying some Luton beer, whatever you would call it, butter.
I can't even.
Yeah, you can't even dispute that. That's
That's
what it would
not
be
what
called.
we sound like.
It was kind of close.
No,
It
that's
was,
what.
it was a lot closer than you were with calling it a square or a triangle.
That
Let's
was-
be honest.
It's Lurpak. That's specifically brand of butter. And butter er smør. And you should buy it because it is delicious, nutritious, and everything good in the world.
Nutritious.
It's nutritious. There's nutrients in there.
Name one.
Fat. That's a nutrient.
Fat is necessary. Fat got a bad rep. Everyone
A
went after
nutrient
fat
is a
in like the
substance
70s
used
and
by an
80s as
organism
opposed
to survive, grow, and reproduce. And you need butter to survive, thrive,
You
grow,
don't
and
need
reproduce.
butter.
I was gonna say I don't know that you need butter specifically.
If you don't have butter, you won't reproduce. Specifically butter.
That's why you've got 10 kids running around, right?
Yeah. For sure. Camera's not on. I have 10 kids.
They all
Right
died in
here.
a fire very tragically recently.
Tragically, that's a bad story. I'm
That's sad.
devastated. Consoling
Thank you,
myself with butter.
No, you were consoling yourself with ice cream, which has butter in it, probably.
Made from the same substance. It's churned less, cold.
I think technically the cream used for ice cream is not the section of the milk that butter comes from. I think they kind of separate out a little bit.
Maybe
Or
lower your shitty butter and stuff and cream, but
haven't
promise
thought
you-
about this much.
I promise you, here in Lithuania, all our milk has a stick of
now I'm-
butter in it.
now I'm
Insult the
Eastern European.
Lithuanians.
Now I'm Eastern European.
You're always Eastern European.
No, I'm Northern European.
You're not. Until I say you are. The one thing you will never be mistaken for is Southern European, though. I promise you that. No one's going to look at you and go, yeah, that's an Italian.
True. I guess technically, my grandfather's mom, my great grandmother, it would be that I guess it was part Polish or fully Polish, which is Eastern European. Barely.
Okay.
I guess you
I'm
could.
not sure what to do with this information.
Oh, no one is. Neither is he. I don't even know why he brought it up.
Called me Lithuanian. That's in Eastern Europe. So it's just trying to give you like a W.
I don't need
Lithuanians are
you
not
to
Polish.
give me W's. I promise you. I just take them. There you go. Get your blender and make cream or butter.
I did keep my blender, but I don't think I'm going to break it making butter.
Not with that.
You won't
Someday I
break
will
it.
make butter.
You can just. You don't even need to use a blender. You can just like use a hand mixer, like a normal, like, hand mixer. And that would be easy.
Not.
That would be way easier to actually get the butter like off those sticks than taking the blender blade out and peeling the butter chunks off them. I would guess. Never tried in a blender. I should make some butter again soon. A cool trick I saw on YouTube. You if you like, you can like take the butter after it's separated and take the butter fat, and you like put it in ice cold water and you like wash it, and like makes it like takes more of the separated stuff out. I think that's how it was.
And why do you do that? Like, why are you separating it out?
It's like some of the, when you churn a lot and it separates some of the I don't know what it's called, the liquid stuff is still in the solid part of the butter, and if you wash it there in cold so it doesn't melt, then you get more of that out. It's ice cold so the butter doesn't melt. I saw it on what was that channel called? Some food channel that got canceled because their editor in chief dressed up as a Puerto Rican or something. the fuck was it called? Bon appetit. What's it called? The bread makes cultured butter. That's this one.
Okay.
There you go. Now you too can make cultured butter.
So what you're saying is the butter has more culture than you do.
Yeah.
Can you make it out of toast? So when she gets her fancy Smeg toaster, she can make cultured
They
Smeg
should
butter.
really change the name of that brand.
It can't take it seriously.
It's become part of what I enjoy about it now because I laugh every time I think about it.
Would you like some Smeg toast?
I'm looking at it on YouTube right now, and a nice baby blue turkey or turquoise maybe one.
The
He's
Smeg
very happy
toaster?
with this toaster. Yeah.
They're very pretty.
Oh, is that why? They're fashion
Part of it.
toasters. Oh, God.
It doesn't look
I
like
thought
it's
you
a
weren't
bust.
a girl. What are we doing?
Why would you think that?
You usually don't
with
act like
regards
one
to
in your,
things like this, like
you
utility
usually agree with
function
our
toaster, not
stupid
pretty toaster.
opinions.
I want
Our stupid
both.
male opinions.
No, you
I
can't
want a
have both.
functional and pretty toaster.
Not for $200.
Eh.
All you're gonna be able to afford is broccoli for like the next month after that.
Toast and broccoli. It's good for me.
You are never gonna want to see broccoli again if that's all you eat for even just a week.
Mm. Yes. Broccoli sandwich. Well, it could be safe with butter.
Again, butter is not the solution to everything. It just happens to be in
You
this
say that,
case.
but have you just tried putting more butter on it?
Yes, I did used to live that lifestyle. Actually, no, butter was never my huge thing. Mine was ketchup. Mine was if I wanted to choke something down, I would put ketchup on it. It didn't work, not even with vegetables. It worked with meats, like any kind of meat. Certain people would get offended. It's like, but I marinated that steak. It's like, great, I want ketchup. Now I don't do that, but I used to.
What do you do instead?
I just appreciate the steak for what it is with the side dish, usually. Sometimes barbecue sauce, it depends.
Which barbecue sauce?
I stick with Stubbs. I like Stubbs.
I only know one American barbecue sauce by name.
Is it
That's-
A1?
No. Baby Race.
Is A1 a barbecue sauce? It's
Yeah.
a steak sauce. I wouldn't have
Well,
called it a barbecue sauce.
I don't think the people who are frequenting A1 are really limited it to just steak.
No, because
necessarily.
once in a while,
I believe it
will
is
put that on veg-
called
because I
steak
like
sauce.
It is,
and
yes,
not
it is
barbecue
technically
sauce.
called steak sauce. I think its general ubiquitousness makes it.
Do you put it on chicken?
I don't use A1.
Never?
I don't particularly like A1.
I've never
I
tasted it,
have.
but to me it looks kind of like a what's it called? It's like it's not Worcestershire sauce, but it's from the UK too. I'll look it up.
But yeah, Stubbs is the one I like. And I
HP
never
sauce. It looks like HP sauce to me.
Really like the printer ink.
Hmm?
HB printers.
No, HP brown sauce. It's a British thing. Here. This is HP sauce. Apparently, it was like invented in the canteen of the parliament or something to just have on the table.
That's all British food. I feel like
Read
was
somewhere.
was created in their loo. Except for fish and chips, those are okay.
Yeah. They have some okay pastries.
Name 3.
I can actually really only name one.
Okay, so name that one.
Sally Lund Buns. They're down in Bath.
I feel like you just made that name up on the spot.
I
never-
actually.
What was that? What were they called?
Sally
Sally
Why would you whisper that?
I didn't
I'm
catch
sorry.
that.
She's like, what is it, like Beetlejuice? If you say it 3 times, you one of them appears, but not necessarily to you. Maybe it goes to us.
Sally Lund bun.
Is this
As
just
a-
like a sticky bun? That's a
No.
hamburger bun.
It's a kind of like a brioche bun.
That's kind of like a
And then
hamburger
it has
bun.
a filling, it looks like.
Yeah, sometimes. I want to try them. It's a
Oh, so
cheesecake.
okay.
So,
you can
you're
name
just
a-
going based
so
on
you
the
can
stuff. You
name
have
a-
no idea.
You can name it. They have great pastry. You can name one. You've never had it.
Not only can she name one, she's named a hamburger bun, and she's never had it. This is what you put A1 steak sauce on.
No, I'm just saying that the British can sometimes have okay food, and this is the one that I named.
That's
As
not
pastries.
really a thing I feel like the British are generally known for, to be fair. They eel pie and steak and kidney pie, and that's what when I hear British, or bangers and mash. Bangers and mash is actually all right.
Because it's just sausage and potatoes in a different
Mhm.
name.
That's why it's all right. Danish stables.
I had enough Irish. See, I've never actually been to England yet, but I had enough Irish breakfast to know that I would never do well in
Yeah,
the
I don't get the,
Commonwealth.
I don't get the hype around the baked beans and the tomato sauce thing.
No, you look at a traditional fucking English breakfast. I'm not eating half that shit.
The black pudding is delicious.
No, stop.
It is. It is
You're
there.
an awful person. You get the eggs,
what-
which are, fried eggs. So if you fuck it up, they still taste bad. The sausage is okay, but it depends. And then maybe the potatoes, and that's your safe bet.
Those are good. But black pudding is still, like we call it blood. It's blood sausage here.
Black
but
pudding
it's
tastes exactly how it looks.
delicious.
Not good. And yeah, beans, come on. You ruled over the world at one point in time. Like, surely you can come up with a better side dish for breakfast than fucking beans.
Yeah, the beans don't. I'm not gonna try and talk
exactly.
those up.
See, fake
It's like the
Andreas
US and the
slash
South,
bonus
right? Like,
Andreas slash
it's like-
Andreas's alt.
Refried beans is a big thing there, right? I don't. And
That's
I don't-
Mexico.
Yeah, no, completely wrong continent.
it's like this in the south of the U.S. Refried bean is a big thing, right? I said.
Yes.
Mexican.
Okay, I had an impression that it was like just all of the southern U.S.
No, he's correct because they eat a bunch of Mexican food.
Yeah, right. But it's not southern U.S. It is Mexican food that is now.
It is Mexican food,
spread.
yes. But yes, you would find that a lot in your Texas and your Arizona. And
That's a
sort of
better use of
places.
beans, at least, than putting it in tomato sauce.
No, it's not. First of all, that's just beans and then more beans in a different beanie way. It's not good.
I didn't say it was good. Said it was better than in the tomato sauce. The texture's meh, and it's taste not like it doesn't belong together.
The shepherd's pie counts as British, right? That's another good one. I like when it's made well. I like shepherd's pie.
Yeah, fair.
When you say shepherd's pie, what meat are you thinking of then?
Chopped meat.
Yeah, but which chopped meat?
I assume beef, but
That's not shepherd's pie.
okay.
Shepherd's pie has
Shepherd's
to be
pie
lamb.
is you cut up the shepherd and you throw him in there?
No, it has to be lamb. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Yeah, I think people.
I think
get
cottage
caught up in,
pie
like,
maybe is.
yeah, cottage pie would be for beef, but it's the same thing with a
I was
different.
going to say,
meat
I
and
guarantee you they don't make that difference.
food. They're the same.
I think they do over in the UK specifically, but I think
Well,
you could.
yeah,
it
but they're
can be
uptight about
used-
everything.
You can be used, I guess, semi synonymously, but a lot of people when you say shepherd, I think they think lamb.
Of the shepherd. As long as it's not haggis.
Never had it.
I'd be willing to try.
I never would, just based on knowing what it is.
I mean, I
Haggis
don't
and
know why
tripe, I'm
I
not
mean-
eating either one of those.
I don't see why I wouldn't try it. I've had sausage, and if you take stuff it in the guts or stuff it in the stomach, I mean, same, I guess.
No, because if you pull out your intestine, it's just a row of sausage anyway. So I get the appeal.
But then what's the problem with the stomach?
Stomach's different.
Okay.
It just is.
On principle. Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair.
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
I mean, I'll taste most things once.
You're a real hero.
Like, I thought liver would be fine because I love, like, we have liver pate here. That's like a very stable thing we eat. But just liver, not so much. It's too irony. Not a big fan.
I understood what you were trying to say, but the fact that you called it irony is really, really not gelling. I know exactly what you're saying. It has a very iron-heavy taste, but you use the word irony, which is not that.
Back to the English lesson.
I mean, I know what irony means when you say something ironically, but I was like using a shorthand by saying iron like you say, oh, it's
once
fungi.
Again, you're explain. I've told you. I know what you meant. I understood.
I think you can do that, but it is in context of the sentence, it makes sense.
Liver and onions. I remember that episode of Doug.
I don't know what Slovenian style mean. If that is just lots of onion, and then or is it soft onions, or is it like raw onions? I don't know, but I just know that just liver fried, eaten. No, thank you. Even served like my roommate worked in the kitchen for a while, and he came home with some leftovers where they made liver and like a cream sauce with bacon and mushrooms. Still didn't like it. Still tasted too much of iron. It was too iron forward.
Now your pronunciation of iron is getting infected with some form of accent.
Iron. Coppery, not iron. I mean, well, I didn't know. I haven't tasted a lot of metals, so I mean, I thought iron, not copper.
You're being educated on food and English.
I mean, I'm just being bullied at this point. Luckily, we're almost at the hour.
We can end whenever you want. We can end it now if you're just, too much of a coward to go the last 2 minutes.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
You are anything but good. I still have a tin of your cookies, by the way.
You haven't eaten them.
Well, he sent me 2. I ate one of them.
Nice.
But they're still sealed in the tin, and they're not going to go bad.
I don't know. When do they expire, actually?
In sometime next year.
Okay. Because they do...
I think they're not going to last forever. You can't put them in a bomb shelter. But
yeah, I think they'll be fine to eat even in, I don't know, a couple, like 10 years or something. They'll just be soft instead of crunchy at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's more quality thing than
It's because they become more like the butter that they're made out of, since everything you eat has to be butter.
Dude, but Danish butter cookies, like the butter's a big thing here. Back me up, Danes in the chat. Butter. We love it here. It's like Wisconsin. It's a big thing. I don't know if there are any Danes in the chat, but
there's your alter ego.
Other Andreas might be Danish. I'm not sure. Like, speaking of the chat, by the way, you can catch us live every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Is that correct? I can never remember. It's 1 p.m. Eastern. You can catch us live on YouTube. You can also join our Patreon. If you do that, you get access to our Discord, where we have gift wars, where we can you can bully me if you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you share this podcast to your friends, they'll tune in, and I'll get more anxious knowing people listening to me. That's also a thing you can do. Point. Yeah. Can help us pay for hosting and stuff. It's too hot.
goodness.
I can't muster the energy. I've been bullied for an hour.
You
I'm
had
tired.
a script. Why are you not following your script?
Because I segued right into it because it fit in, and then I just kind of went.
All right.
Subscribe and
Well.
like and